Between the scattered elements of the ship's structure, we find an engraved nameplate of the USS Prometheus. So this is all that remains of the one of the dreadnoughts used to found Tesla City. The great storm has buried it under such thick layer of ice that we have no hope of uncovering it. Perhaps a spring thaw will allow us to get to it someday. Helping Hands 3, I suppose. Now that we're making prosthetics, we're getting people back in the workforce. If you're wondering where all these people are starting to come from. If I win or lose, I don't really care. I still want to do this again because I want to explore this a little bit better. It's cold! It's cold! No! I don't know if we're gonna live this, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god! These guys are carrying like 80 steel. I would love for them to come home, but god, the route never ends. It's too cold again. It's too flippin' cold. Another person died. Another person died. Another person died. Probably. I can't do anything about it currently. Explore and I swear if you find something new, take the resources, come home now. The person died. I can't afford this. I can't afford this. Another person died! Offer them an escort to the outpost. Oh my god. About time I found survivors. Holy cow, look at all the stuff I've explored, and now I found survivors. So I know for my second run, if I want survivors, I gotta go up here, because that's where all the survivors were that I could bring back home. If I want colony, I want to get that one, obviously, but then that one and this one, I'm probably gonna need some for Children's Mind. If I want any of the coal. Safer route, let's upgrade that, I suppose. Let's heat all homes. Temperature really messes with you in this, doesn't it? We're gonna lose, unfortunately. We're going to lose so desperately.
For all the work and supplies you provided. We'd like to ask you to solve an issue, though. Your people are disturbed by the sight of our dead, whose frozen bodies we store to composite them later. They want to build a cemetery and bury them, like in the old times. This is not our way. We want to respect the wishes of our dead, to be returned to the cycle of life, not trapped in the permafrost forever. Will you help us prepare a composite pit for them?
Send, send, send. Boom! That's how we do it around here. These scouts, are gonna be disbanded. Because there's nowhere else to go.
Your engineers found that someone sabotaged one of the main pumps heating the hothouses. Some crops were lost, and it will take at least a day to resume food production. We believe this to be the doing of New London or their sympathizers. We are anxious that if they do this again and cripple the food production, we might starve. To prevent this, we should work together even closer than before. Do you agree?
Well, I mean, if they're half for 2 days, might as well do this one, I guess. God, they're so demanding. How am I supposed to do the other settlements? I can make a new team. They're going over here. I'll have to make another new team. It's healthcare, it's can't afford it. Oh my god. Sorry, our team in the hot springs reports that the repairing the damage of the geyser erupted. They found out they were more likely that we are most likely responsible for this disaster. Apparently, when we fixed the pumps, we distributed the flow of the water underground. Some locals already consider the eruption nature's punishment for bringing technology to hot springs. What should you do? Stand up and apologize. Thank you for establishing contact. We'll be able to help each other. That's great. Please help me out quickly. Dear flippin' Lord! Holy mother of pearl! That's it. That's everything. Done for those guys, the scouts. Last place I can build a sawmill. 20 food. It's fucking ridiculous, guys. Come on. I've been nothing but great to you. Ooh, everything's just fine, guys. Everything's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Oh my god, we're so screwed. This is preposterously ridiculous. Holy cow. I am on normal difficulty. Ugh. I probably need to be like the top relations with everyone or something. Well, 3 days for the confrontation, so I guess we'll see what happens there. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Dear god, this is hard. This is very flippin' difficult. I'm not really sure what the best approach is, because it is very cold and I have 2 days now before, you know, all hell breaks loose, I guess. 5 engineers. Well, here, take them. I guess I didn't need them. Whatever. People are furious. A revolt is going to happen in 2 days. I can't get the discontent lower. One more safe route. New Londoners are coming, sir. A large group of people are heading to a city from New London. We don't know what their intentions, but was assume it's the vanguard of the expedition. The moment the truth is coming, this will be the test of our revolt. Yeah, well, the people here aren't happy, and, yeah. Oh, hey, I think we can do this. First steps achievement get. Okie dokie. I guess go over here. I don't know. Ooh, Lord, this is, very, very hard. Now we can send shipments safely. These new handlers are truly a marvel of science. You see, it'll prove real worth in its effort, I guess.
We can confirm that a safe route between our settlements has been successfully established. It will allow us to quickly respond to emergencies and give us the much-needed sense of stability. From now on, we will be sending you shipments of raw food every other day. We hope that this route will benefit both of our people greatly.
You pumps again? Does it ever stop? Or does it keep upgrading forever as it gets colder? Because, you know, it just kicked me while I'm down in a ball. These poor people. We must help them. They are starving. They are starving. Trouble in New London. There's an approved expedition. They are ordinary people. Their delegates are here to help, ask for help. We fled the hunger and chaos of New London. Everything is falling apart. Healthcare, the coal supply, and even the generator. The administration just argued over what to do, and no decisions were made. Help us, please. You're our only hope. Some of our people recognize their friends and relatives among the refugees and are bracing them and taking them home. We have no choice. We must welcome them. Of course. Good fate falls and hope rises. Only have 16 new homeless people? That's cool and all, but we're still gonna get a confrontation in like 5 hours.
Outpost 11, we've heard some people from our city have reached you. What they tell you is mostly true. We've lost crops, had a food shortage, used sawdust, had labor shortages, then the generator malfunctioned, and things got out of control. To prevent panic, we tried to cover up the scale of the crisis. That's why we didn't tell you. We urgently need resources and people. Our relations weren't good recently, but please, can you help us? New London can't fall.
Oh dear God. Time to decide. New London's collapsing. We don't have much time. Shut up, headset. Now is not the time. Before we do that, we must consult with the other summons, and we should listen to our people. What do we do to change the future in the Frostland? Contact with Hot Springs. You support us against New London? Can you support us against New London?
We don't know much of New London, but it seems to us that unlike you, its people fail to adapt to the changing world. If you let their city fall, they will strengthen your links and learn your ways. If you help them instead, your people might yet become assimilated by them. The nature is our ultimate judge, and it is useless to dispute their ruling. But whatever you decide, we won't deny you the help if you ask for it.
I'm still trying to set up a camp with them, so I can't... Yeah, do that. Support us against New London.
We are saddened to hear about the plight of New London. It reminds us of the tragic fate of Winterhome. We should try to help them. Some of our children might have relatives there. If we leave them to their fate, many will die, and this world saw too much death already. The decision is yours, but whether you choose to save New London or not, we'll help you as much as we can. We must stand together, or we'll all freeze alone.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna die first before that happens, though. Fate of New London. How quickly the mood changes. We were ready to fight New London. Now many want to help them, despite the huge cost. After all, people still have friends and relatives there. On the other hand, if we let New London fall, we could take full control of it, although many of its inhabitants would die. We'd also have to prepare a massive wave of refugees. Can I not just say yes? I mean, like, we have an answer.
We can't endure much longer. Hear us out. We beg you. We've treated you badly, misled you, and we were wrong. Although we still believe we are one people, we will respect your autonomy if you save our city. If you refuse, many will die, but many more will flee to your outpost and every other settlement they can get to. You can't possibly accommodate them all. So many lives are at stake. Please, don't forsake them. What is your answer?
Send workers, send some food. New London's economy is in shambles. We will need a lot of coal to keep them warm. Due to the cold, a lot of their workers are sick, which means our people will have to replace them. Infirmaries will heal the gravely ill, but to build them, we need to send steel and steam cores. Their food economy is stretched to the maximum since the beginning, so a shipment of food rations will help them significantly. 50 workers?
Your decision to preserve the bigger and more advanced society will affect us all. For good or ill, only time will tell. We believe that if we exert ourselves, we can take care of the food shipment for New London. The other tasks are in your hands.
Thanks to the trading post we've built, we'll help each other survive. That'll be great. What's up, Sunshine?
All those wealthy New Londoners are scum. No offense, pal. You're different. But they can go to hell with their generators and fancy houses. They grew too big, and the world will cut them down. If you help them, they'll only stab you in the back. Mark my words. In the end, each of us should stand or fall on our own. We say let New London fall, but we owe you, and we'll help you whatever you do.
Do they send us? Wood.
Sending us the food rations, you've accomplished more than just saving us from starvation. You've rekindled our hope amongst our people. They're still hungry, but we know what it took to deliver this much, and we appreciate this a lot.
Glad to hear it. Glad I was able to flip and do anything about it. I'm just trying to think of a better way I could have done this for the next run. But healthcare, I suppose. But yes, it says I have 126 possible workers. If I pass this, can I send? No, because they're not considered workers. I have 77 people working? Where? Are they they must be including these people. Like the people I made, construction people? They have to be, because I cannot see where else they are. I don't know if I can deliver on the 50 workers. Actually. I need more research. Either way, I'm considering this one a failure. I'm not gonna let it run till I die because it's gonna take a while. What to do differently? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if getting in contact with these settlements earlier would have helped me that much. Probably would have, honestly. Because I think I just need to trade resources with these guys to the next tier, huh? It's hard to say. I'm gonna have to think about it overnight. Welcome back to some more Frostpunk. I want to start over on the edge because I just want to do it better than what I did the second time around. So we're gonna start over, keeping everything the same. No changes in difficulties or anything. Now that I know a little bit more information, I can hopefully apply it a bit better than I did the first 2 times. Here we go. Well, guess we'll see how it goes. I flippin' have no idea. I also should contact London the least to deal with my problems, because they're just gonna start passing random laws that I can't change later down the road, and I obviously want to have the control over my own laws. We want to go up top first, because that's where the first little group of people are. We want to bring them back, and then we want to start going this way. In fact, we probably should just get more scouts when I get the wood. But we can see. Oh. Take advantage of your favors. Like, you really need to. It's so easy to be like, oh, I can, I can do everything myself. I don't need to technically get things from these people, but you really need to. This is outrageous. See, we didn't have to send another shipment over. So in total, you probably only need to send about 3 or 4 shipments to New London. Here we go, we're gonna get the next colony, which is great because last time I got the 2nd and 3rd colony towards the end of the game. So yeah. There we go, we are in contact with the convicts. So I'm starting to realize that it's just better off to stick to one and over the other. How is it in here? I don't really need this stuff right now. I mean, obviously having this would be nice, but currently we're not using that much coal, so it's not important. I want to get this, because this will help tremendously. And I'm really curious what it is. and get this. Allows us to straddle carriers in the army warehouse, raising output by another 15%. 50 wood and 30 steel. I am kind of astonished. We are not really encountering any of the problems that I previously encountered the real first time that I did this. We seem to be really on top of the game, and we also seem to have a lot more people than initially.
We know you have your own problems, but we have no one else to turn to. A disease is spreading amongst our people, and some of them will die if they don't get the medical help that we can't provide. They would risk traveling to your settlement if you agreed to cure them. In exchange for your help, they are willing to stay and work for you. They are great workers, more than willing to pull their weight after they've recovered.
Okay, sure, yeah, send them on over. Let's do this, because I want to upgrade the houses, right? So I obviously need to, you know, look into it a little bit more. We're running out of wood, which is very bad. So I'm going to need to really start kind of doing some good favors with everyone. No food, and people are now hungry. Okay, so you know what we do in a situation like that? We go over to Hot Springs, say, hey, we helped you out a lot. How? Oh, sorry. Can you send us a lot of food? Thank you. Then we go on over to these guys. We're like, hey, you guys have a lot. Can you send us some wood? You got some nerve. All right, we can do it for you, but you'll owe us big time. And then we'll just be like, hey, about that wood. Some problems. We need some more wood. Thank you. Now it's low on them. Now it's low on them. So, just take advantage of your neighbors. Sorry, Relationship Crews camp complained that the locals are making them uneasy. Admittedly, the ex-cons are great workers, but they are rowdy. Quick to just demonstrate the physical strength, they'd love to put on a show. Engineers find particularly unsettling. Yeah, we got a bit of steel now, so we're gonna go help out these people now. I guess I should actually hold off on that and get the last upgrade, huh? So I only need 100 steel, 150 wood. It might be my only chance to actually achieve that. Medical report. A medical staff report is from the shipwreck. These people are hardened and skilled workers. Their bodies carry numerous scars from injuries suffered while working in the dangerous and sometimes toxic conditions. Nevertheless, they seem surprisingly healthy, although many of them currently suffer from various maladies caused by malnutrition and a bad living style. I see. There's one more. I want to get this, but I don't know how much expensive it's going to be, so I'm going to hold off before sending off anything one more time. There we go. Steam cores will be retrieved from army warehouses 25% faster. Let us start that, and then let me focus on my people for once in my life and start building houses. Sire, one of our families complained that their heirlooms brought from London before the collapse were stolen. They saw two men from shipwreck camp near their home and they demand that you take action immediately. They want you to send these people back to where they came from. We have no proof. We have no proof. We have no proof of your... Hey, Prince of Darkness, how's it going? Welcome to stream. I have no proof of your betrayal. Just help keep the sickness down.
We've managed to gain access to the coal hold. In the process, your people found the registry containing our sentences. Most of our people were convicted for minor offenses under new, harsh laws intended to raise cheap labor. But it turns out there are also arsonists and murderers among us. The registry contains no names, just prisoner numbers. But we think it's fortunate. We can give everyone a new life in this new world. And to this end, we ask that you destroy the registry.
New improvements will be unlocked. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.